Okay, so I will do compose up. This is the testing part. So here's my project. Now I'm doing compose up to build my container. I have to rebuild because I already clear my cache. And this is my Docker file. There are 4 new line actually since the A2. So there is this to install the testing package and also these for the testing package. Actually, you only need these two, but this is like a third party for the PyTest to create dependency. I'll show you why I need this third party dependence and this ML flow for the model testing. Okay, this takes a little bit of time. It won't take that long, I guess. Why do I show you this? I could just stop the video, build the image, and pretend that I don't have to wait. And everything will be so smooth. But here we are, building the model, building the Docker compose, Docker image. Building the Docker image. And I ask you to watch it. But you don't need to watch it. You probably just click skip, skip, skip. Yeah, the image is done. Oh, one thing is I changed this. I found out that this earlier I used VS Code Server and it's a folder from here. Then I found out that is there is a better way to do it is use the volume inside the Docker desktop, inside the Docker environment. Instead of having the folder over here, I have the folder of volumes inside the Docker environment. So if I show you my volume list in the Docker environment, here is that volume name. So VS Code Server is from here. And this is the project name, appendix dash plotly modules. Here, the folder name. So the idea is if it's here, the writing performance will be much, much better. Since I don't have to read VS Code folder, or I don't have to see it, I don't even care, I can have it here and it will be just faster. And it does not need to be in the Git repository too, so it makes a lot of sense to move the volume over here and get that performance boosting. So previously, when I have to attach the container from scratch, the setup process is taking a little bit of time, but now it's not that long. You can try it yourself. Even installing these packages, Pylens, actually Python, if your internet is fast, then everything is fast. Okay, don't be slow, because I told everyone that it's very fast. Yes. Okay, and I need Jupyter. I don't need Jupyter. I need Python. right open folder and go to the code and over here. So I can show you the testing. Right, if you want to run the taste, you could use PyTaste and the taste name. I couldn't find a way to put all of this into a folder, so I have to put it over here. The PyTaste will run and then it will give you the report. So what went wrong? What is wrong? Trying to unpack estimator from version 1.3 using 1.1. This might lead to breaking code or invalid results. Use this at your own risk. Wow, this is new. Trying to unpack estimator linear regression from version 1. Okay. I guess this is nice because I used to run pip list. I think my SciPy on my 1.3.1. Yeah, it used to be. I think we have a new version of the scikit-learn. So I trained the model on 1.3.0, and now they're upgrading the version to 1.3.1, and they try to tell me there could be something wrong. So in this case, my unit test saved me from that. So I have to be a nice person and lock the version as I should do in the beginning, but I didn't do. I have two pandas. I don't know why. Okay, I'm gonna compose restart. Okay, unit test work in action. You already see why we supposed to use unit test. Without unit test, I never know this. I would have launched a new version with mid match scikit-learn version. No, I don't need 3.1. Yeah, I need that one. Sorry. Okay, you have sit through me fixing my code without telling you what you want to know. Eight minutes have gone. Do you hear my fan? Like my computer fan is ramping up. Probably. Okay. It's gonna take some little bit of time. MFlow, can you be faster? I don't even know what version it is anymore. I should lock the version. Okay, that's done. Refresh for good measure. Okay. Let's just use PyTest to execute the unit test. Now it should be happy. What? Try to unpickle from 1.3.1 when using 1.3.0. Delete. But okay, now white. But I can try this P3. This did I misunderstand something? Let's do scikit learn 1.3.1. Oh, it's supposed to be 1.3.1? Okay. Okay, I won't fix that right now because I don't want you to sit through this. So why was it 1.3.0 in the first place? I don't know. Okay, so I just okay. Right, so that's how you execute the PyTaste. I could try to execute this model staging, which will use the model from the staging. Could not be resolved. What? Okay. A lot of things is weird right now. So many things is weird. It's this version. Okay. So if you encounter something weird with this, make sure you use the correct kernel version. In my case, it's 3.11.4. Run this to test the model from the staging. A lot of things is in warning again. Trying to unpick estimator from when using 1.3.1. If I run it again, will you just okay? Yeah, I should have control the version so I don't end up like this. Use this at your own risk. Okay, thanks. For warning. Yep. Okay, so I have to. I don't think I have staging. Okay. 12 minutes have been gone, so I need to explain what I have been done. I have two test script here, test app and test model staging. And in my main.py, I have this to load the model from the MLflow server. So before I starting this testing script, I have built the model, trained the model, put them into the MLflow server, and one of the model is register to the register model. Here, it used to be this version 1. So I will revert when I'm gonna show you what the script. So the utils I have here I have changed from load model and save model that used to load from the local. I load it from the MLflow instead. So load MLflow here, load MLflow, yeah, load MLflow. And I can load the model from any point in the stage. I put it as staging, but in my main, I load it from the production. In here, because I know if I have to load the model every time there is a connection happen, or when people trying to call to my use my website, it would be bad for my MLflow server. So what I have to do is cache the model that I already load. So before anything happen, I will check whether I already have the model. If I already have the model, I will use this one. Over here, I check. If the model or this part or this file is not exit, Then I will execute the load model from the ML flow. What you can see from here is there is no URL of the ML 2023. So how does it know that I'm going to download the model from the ML flow.cs, sorry, from the ML flow.cs. In the ML flow, instead of explicitly saying that you're going to that the model the URI is what you could it it has the functionality to retrieve this URI from the environment variable, which means from here I could use MLflow URI. No, okay, let me find what is the name. Yeah, it's this one. So I can and use echo. Right. So there is this environment variable that I store this URI. So at least in the code, I don't have this link exposed. It will be kept in .env. And this .env is not shared in the Git repository. So no one except me should know that the tracking URI is the ML flow. Even you trying to download my repository, you will have no idea that you have to set this up. And in the Docker Compose, I have to add this line env file.env. So it will use this .env file and put in your container when it run. Okay, this is how I manage my secrets. So you can do this if you have to put in your username to the database password. If your container must know username, password, and everything, then you can use this way to protect your secret and make sure you don't share this .env to anyone. Right, so that's how we know the URI. And the model name is I also use from the environment, which get it from the environment variable env file that I showed you early. But over here, I just get annoyed somehow, so I just put my model name because I don't even care that much, but I should use app model name. So this app model name is the one I created myself. This one is required by the ML flow. I won't talk about this right now. So first is load the model. So here in the main, I load the model and run the app. And then in my pages, page 1, where I used to have one function to do everything, now I break the function down to 3. This one still pair with the callback. The other two are like extract from the previous version so that I could test this functionality separately. earlier, everything's done here. So this is like a big function, and this is a small function that I can perform test unit test separately. Then there's the changes in the app. Now I can show you the test app callbacks. The file that the PyTest will read will be any file starting with test. So after that, it's just what you want to put in, whatever. It can be, you can pick the name. So in this test callbacks, as I told you earlier, this one will test the unit test of the app, and because my app is very, 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 very simple, I only test these function. So in app, I think you still need to start your test function with test, and everything else is depend on you. So name your test case. This is my test case, and I want to test model 1 calculator y hard code. This is the hard code version of my app. So is this one? Okay. And use assert to as a function to check whether the output here is as expected. Right. So if I do 1 plus 2, hard code version 1 plus 2 equal 3 here. If I do 2 plus 2 equal to 4 here, right? I could write a lot more test case. I should, but I didn't. Now I test the model output shape to make sure that the model I'm using is the correct one. Still output me the shape as expected. So the output shape is supposed to be 1, 1. And the coefficient shape is supposed to be 1, 2, like this. So that's the app callbacks. So at this point, because my app is very easy, I can ensure that my app works because I only like 2 buttons. The first button is for the hard code, the second button is for this. And yeah, I think so. Model 1, page import model 1. Okay, this called this, because I import model 1. Model 1 here is actually this page. So I call directly to this function name. So calculate y hard code is this function, and model 1 calculate model, very bad name, is this one. So what this function does is just load model from the production one. I have to perform changing this into this data frame and put into X, because I train my model using pandas data frame. If you use NumPy, then you don't need this step. You only need this step. Right. Okay. All right. If I want to rerun the entire test case without, you don't need to write pytest this file name, pytest is file name. You can just write pytest, and it will read every test case in your folders. Now come to the staging. All right. Okay. Uh, okay. I'll talk about this later. Now I want to first write a workflow that when this app callbacks is tested, I should be able to safely deploy. All right. So now I can close this because I finished my development, and I will start my workflow here. I will talk about, so I finished the testing part. Testing is on writing testing is just write the testing is not difficult, but to make sure that your testing cover everything is kind of difficult. So I only asked you to just write simple testing, so it's not that difficult. So I stop testing clip here, and then we continue to the next one for the work for building and test workflow.